Good morning. Welcome to the channel. My name's Travis. It's about 7:30 this morning. It's a little cool out. Sitting here with my cup of coffee. Um, Kind of what I was wanting to talk about in this video was I see these, some of these videos and stuff on YouTube. I'm a loser. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like you're a loser? Are you somebody who feels that? Are you somebody who's made one of those videos? To me that concept doesn't exist. Being a loser, you know, you got to ask yourself, by what metric are you measuring yourself? You know, in the path that you need to walk in life. Usually if you really examine that, right, we measure ourselves, we measure our worth, our value um, in the world, in society. We measure that by the foundation that's already been laid out. We measure ourselves by what society values. We measure ourselves by what other people have value or what they have accomplished in life. So we measure ourself and our worth against all of these outside influences. Um, and we need to measure our worth in our mind according to us. You can't let all of that stuff come in and affect your decision. We're bombarded with all this information, and if we listen to that, it creates a distorted lens that we see things through. It just creates that distorted lens that we see ourselves through. So we have to push that all away. I believe, um, when it comes to the path that you need to walk as an individual in life, um, there's an established pattern by the status quo, of how life should unfold. And, I, in judging ourselves and wanting that, or thinking we need to live up to that established pattern is not a good way to do it. I would even argue that that established pattern is right. We're just on autopilot. I mean, people are just on autopilot. We're just going through the motions. We're just going through the routine. I mean, there so many people are just kind of lost and unhappy with life because they just do that routine over and over again. So I would argue that established pattern um, that people do in life is not a good one either. So we each have to choose our own path that we want to walk in our own value system and what we believe and what we want for ourselves. That's the way to find your way to that path that you need to walk. Um, you know, at times in life, being um, being uninspired by things, not knowing that path that you want to walk, um, that's okay. Feeling lost is okay. I used to, I struggled with these things in my earlier years in life, and being lost is okay because if you feel lost, that means that you're rejecting the accepted pattern of life. That means that you might be thinking about something beyond what is being projected to you. Um, you know, that means that you're not somebody who is fine with just being on autopilot. So being lost and not knowing the direction for your life, not knowing who you are, that's okay. It means you're thinking, and you're gonna find the path eventually. As long as you keep pushing forward with things in life, you'll find your path. You'll find your voice. So I wouldn't, the best advice I would give to people that feel like that, a loser and stuff like that, is ask yourself what metric you're judging yourself by and push that away. Judge yourself by what you want. Know yourself, know what you want, and go for that. And ignore all of that other noise that's out there, because all of that noise is only going to create problems for you mentally, and it's going to create a distorted lens that you see everything through. And when the lens is distorted, you can't see anything for what it really is. So that's kind of my advice on that. So, like and subscribe. Check out my channel and my other content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.